Pull the trigger. We are Bullet Club, and we do what we want.
All right, what's going on, people? Welcome to Unscripted with 112, episode 13. It's been a minute since I've been live. Took a couple of weeks off. I think maybe like 2 weeks. Oh well, I don't know what to tell you. I had some I had some things going on. But let's get into the chat since there's only one person in here. But I do appreciate you stopping in, Kaiju Kitty. Let me go ahead and get you your Rebecca, sir, since you're here.
What's up, Chew?
And I think the chat will be very slow tonight because I think the Mega Powers are live right now, so that's okay. But I've been a little quiet as of recent, and you're probably wondering, well, 112, why have you been so quiet? Well, let me show you why I've been quiet. I've been working on a little project. Only a few people knew about this little project. Rule Keeper was one of them. Abby was another one. Tony was one. And Woody was another one. But let me fix the screen here. So this is what I've been working on since last Sunday. I was supposed to go to a meet and greet. Unfortunately, I was scammed twice out of 2 different Jeff Hardy figures. So I had nothing to get signed, so I didn't go to that signing. So luckily I got my money back on one of them. So I'm just waiting for that to hit my account, and then the other one I think should be resolved tomorrow. So I should get a refund for that. So just be careful out there, people. Just be careful. Don't trust everyone. But it happens, unfortunately. So anyway, I decided, well, I already took the day off. I already put in time. I might as well use that time for something useful. So went to Home Depot, bought 2 pieces of pink foam board and a new box cutter. And so between last Sunday and today, this is what I have so far of it. This is a new dio that I will be using for the channel. Looks 10 times better than what I've been using. I was pretty disappointed with how the one that I did turned out. It was very rushed. The brickwork looked like shit. So this one, I actually took the time on the brickwork and painting it and all that stuff. And I also had a pretty shit day yesterday at work. So that kind of delayed the progress of this, but so one of these I finished on Friday, and the other one I finished last night. For these walls here, these concrete walls with the pieces of brick, and the fences and all that. So let me show you what this is actually based off of real quick. If I can find the pictures and send them, because I'm gonna have to send them this way. And kind of show you the step-by-step progress of what everything looked like. So give me just 1 second to send those pictures to my phone here, or from my phone to here. So they should have sent, right? Okay, cool. So this was the original. This was from probably like 5-6 years ago. I had someone build me this dio in exchange, or two dios. They built me in a trade for a Mezco Joker that I had. So this is what he did. Now, of course, over time, because of the materials and the way that things were built, it fell apart. So I unfortunately don't have the original one to show you. And also the way that they had designed it on all the pieces attaching together was with Velcro. Um, Unfortunately, when you use Velcro over time, it's gonna wear out, and also it takes a lot of force to rip like really strong Velcro to detach it. So it also wore on the sides of those. So what I did was what I've done with every other dio. So this is what it looked like when I finished the brick wall here. So the bricks do look a little bit better. I don't know if I'm going to keep these walls yet or if I'm going to do something with those, but we'll see. But here are closer pictures of what it looked like. This is what the fencing looked like. These are things that I did. I bought zip ties and I zip tied stuff to the hanging from the fences, like the old ECW. I think it was from One Night Stand 05 or 06. They had stuff hanging like fire extinguishers, chairs, kendo sticks, trash can lids, stuff like that hanging. So that's what I did with that. I bought zip ties and did that. But this is what the walls or what the fencing looked like. Was that? This is what the stage, the entrance stage looked like. It looked like this, where it was like a busted out brick wall and stuff like that. And I bought this little oil drum from Dollar Tree when they had them, and it had slime in it. You would take the slime out. And you had a 1/12 scale oil drum, and I had some extra skulls, and I tore apart one of those cheap little skeletons you get during Halloween, and tore them apart and painted the pieces and stuck them around there. And then this is what it kind of looked like all together. So, but yeah, here's what it looked like after I cut. This is when I started assembling the concrete slabs that kind of act as that kind of shape the entranceway. So those I cut out of pink foam board. Here's like a slightly better picture of what it looked like. It had like fake grass on there and it had texturing on the floor. I don't know if I'm going to do that with this one. We'll see. And I'm also thinking about adding that little extra, I don't know if you can see it right there, that extra little flat kind of concrete slab where the entrance stage is. So you would walk out and then you'd step down and then you'd make your way. So I'm still debating whether or not I want to do that. But what I did was so I hot glued those two pieces and then I filled in the like seeps and cracks. I filled that in with hot glue. And then here the lighting isn't that great because this is on the kitchen table because I'm not moving it in here until I finish it. But here's with those lights, you can see all the texturing I did for the concrete on those walls there, and then on the floor you can see it too. Let me see. Right here, you can see all the texturing on the floor. So I did all that. I did it on the bricks too. So you can see there's actual texturing on the bricks. And so I'm repainting that barrel too, because the paint chipped it. For some reason, the paint just won't stick to whatever type of plastic it's made out of. And I tried to replicate the fence as close as I could. I think there is definitely differences between mine and what the original one looked like. But yeah, so the posts and the support beams on the back, those are all wooden dowel sticks that you could get at any craft store. And so I measured them, cut them, hot glued them, primed them in black, and then went over it with a metallic, I think folk art, sterling silver. And so once that was done, I attached the fence pieces. Those are made out of automobile steel mesh that you use to fill in the grill and stuff like that of your car. So I got a big like 40-inch roll of this stuff for like $18, I think, off of Amazon, and it's really easy to bend it and shape it. For some reason though, the glue wouldn't stick to it, so I went ahead and I bought some bendable I think 16 gauge bendy wire, and I shaped it, ran it through the openings, and then I cut the ends and hot glued those so they look like links to hold the fence to the posts. So I'm working on doing that for each side. And then I went ahead and started adding some brown oxide paint to it and just dry brushing it on there to get that rusted, like, worn effect. And then these brick pieces here and towards the end there, those were just extra pieces I had from whenever I carved out this brick wall there. So I feel like we still got a long ways to go with this. I'm going to try to knock out as much as I can tomorrow. I think I can get the brick wall itself done. Still trying to figure out what I'm going to do up here. I think I'm going to put my Fed logo that I had on the old one and remake it and make it look a little bit better, and then paint that. And then for the floor here, I have to repaint that because whenever I was dry brushing the silver on that, it's kind of splattered all over the base. So I have to go and repaint that, but I might add some trash there, like crinkle up some paper and add paper down there, and try to buy like little small posters and kind of stick those on the floor and stuff. But yeah, you're going to be seeing this a lot whenever I start doing like wrestling reviews and all that stuff. That looks cool. I need to get a train model size buildings for all my kaiju figures that have a city dio to fight in. I mean, you could probably build one. It's pretty easy to, well, it doesn't look easy, but I mean, it's very time consuming depending on how detailed you want to go. I'm trying to get as detailed as I can with this. But what's up, Bobby? I did get your package, sir, so we will be opening that. You get your Rebecca though. Let's see. Action Force Eclipse, nice. That is a good. The Warpath Eclipse is pretty good. Nice. Good to hear. Good to hear, gentlemen. So yeah, I'm gonna do this, and then once I finish this, I'm probably gonna shoot a video for this, and then I have another one already in mind, another entrance stage that I want to do, and build, and then I don't know. I was talking with Woody, I think last night or a couple of days ago, and kind of pitched him the idea of doing stuff like this and selling it, because I know there's some type of market out there for people that want like wrestling dios but don't want to spend all that time making it. So I want to build at least one more just to kind of practice some different techniques, and then maybe pitch the idea on my channel and maybe start advertising it or promoting it. You know, by all means, I'm no Duarte Studios, all right? I'm no High School Creations, I'm no Duarte Studios. I'm not, you know, I'm not that good. But I haven't really built dios in a couple of years, and the first one I did, getting back into the swing of things, was a little rough. This one a little bit better. So we'll see. I mean, we'll see if there's a market out there for this type of stuff. I don't know, but I think it'll look pretty. I think it'll look pretty cool once I get all that stuff. Like, this is you can see it on the thumbnail, but like, see how I have, you can kind of see the logo for my Fed above that. So I'm probably going to do that. I told Woody I'm going to throw some curtains behind this, or get fabric to put behind here, like curtains, like here. Like how there's curtains behind here, like that you could walk in, and you know, like you're walking back into Gorilla, or you're walking from Gorilla to make your entrance. And then I just bought zip ties, so I'm starting. So tomorrow I'm going to start the process of zip tying weapons and stuff onto the walls, onto the fences of those. So definitely a market for it. Okay. I mean, I'll keep it into consideration. I appreciate the approval of this stuff. But yeah, Jimmy Uso was kind enough to be my model over the creation of this thing, so I feel like we should give Jimmy Uso a round of applause for being such a wonderful model for me building this stuff. So yeah, no, that's the wrong Abby. That's the wrong. No, that's not Jey Uso. We are going to talk about that. There, we're going to talk about it because I know there's some. No, that's not Jey Uso. That's Jimmy. I do need to get a Jey Uso though. I do need to get a Jey Uso. So anyway, before I talk about the Rumble though, I did have a couple things come in the mail. So I did get that new-ish. What is this? Elite 114. I think Elite 114. Jimmy Uso. So pretty cool. I like it. And I finally tracked down I finally tracked down a J to go with him. So I have those versions of the Usos. Now I have to get the main event Jey Uso, and get him the Yeet shirt and all that stuff. What's up, Dusky? I built this Dio. The one I just showed you. This one is one that I'm currently. Oh, shit! Hang on. There you go. Yeah, this is one that I'm currently working on right now. It's pretty much a rebuild of the one that you built me, which was this one. So I went, and because it eventually fell apart on me, I am going back and trying to build this thing as close as I possibly can to the original. So instead of originally you did the Velcro to hold everything together, now what I have is so on the back of these cement pieces right here, there's a magnet carved into the end of this side and this side, and then once you pull these concrete pieces apart, there's a magnet that's carved into this side and the middle of this side of the brick wall. So I have a magnet here and here, and then let's see. Okay. And then in the corner of these pieces right here, you have a magnet in the bottom there and a bottom there, and they're real small. Let me see. Probably pull this one apart, show you what I'm talking about. Yeah, I think this one has a, so you can see it a little bit better. All right, so check this out. Okay, so obviously the brick on this one isn't very good. This was my first one I've done in like probably, I don't know, 5-ish years. So yeah, these are the magnets that I use. So they're real cheap. I think you can get like a pack of, I think like 50 of them off of Amazon. And so you plug, well, what I do is usually I trace the size of the magnet on there and then carve that out with an X-Acto knife. It really doesn't matter how deep you carve the hole because you're going to fill it with hot glue anyway. And usually I put another magnet on the back of this because this does get hot when you do this, and you're probably going to burn yourself. So then I just use that to just kind of lower it in there and plop it in there. Once it's pushed in there, then I just slide that magnet off, and the glue just does the rest of the work. So, but yeah, this isn't a great example because this isn't great brick carving. I'm still learning. So I have thank you, appreciate it. Obviously the brickwork isn't as good as yours. I've still got to get down to the basics of kind of eyeing the measurements on that, because I think I'm making them too small and too close together. So like if you look on this side, some of them look a little bit more balanced, but then as you get towards the top, they start to get kind of small, and here they're a little too long. So eventually we're going to get to the point where I can properly measure them, but I'm guessing what you did when you built the original one, I'm guessing whatever, I don't know if you used whatever pieces were left over from when you carved out this wall you used for these, or maybe you just used a completely different piece. I can't remember because it's been so long. But when I did mine, and there's a bunch of stuff in the background here. Let me use this one. So when I did mine, I had to cut it in sections in order to get it to remove the pieces, because if I cut it like this, I was going to risk breaking these parts off, which is not what I wanted to do. So I had to carve out all these pieces and then cut them into chunks and pull them out of the foam. So those pieces that were left over are what went into these brick pieces right here. So, which actually turned out pretty good. I think tomorrow I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna dry brush the black, dry brush a little bit of black on these to bring out that brick a little bit more. Because like I said, I did the technique where you roll the aluminum foil ball on whatever surface you're working on, and it kind of eats away at it and gives it more texture. So that's what I did with the brick. That's what I did with the slabs here. That's what I did with the piece right here. So, like I said, these aren't the best pictures right now because I don't have I didn't grab all my lighting and do this. I felt it was unnecessary because it's not fully done yet. So there's no real reason to do all that. But you can see in these pictures, like you see how it looks like concrete. So, so you can see on each side here, has that texture. I'm going to figure out what I'm going to do with these pieces though, because as nice as it looks, it feels like these concrete walls, they feel too plain. So what I liked about the original when I took pictures with it, and I took a lot of pictures before it decided to give up on me. And that's not really Dusky's fault. That's what happens with foam. Eventually it gives up on you. But see, you can kind of see here, there's that texturing right there. There's the texturing on the bricks. But one thing that I liked, and I saw this being built in the process. So one thing that I do like is all of the posters and all the different art on the walls, because it adds detail, but it also gives it that kind of like grimy look, and all the the newspaper, the pieces of paper, the trash all over the floor. Like here, I'll use this picture of John Cena here. See how I add that little oil drum and I add that little skull, and you see the little pieces of paper, all the posters splattered all over the walls. How it looks like something you'd see in an alleyway or something. So yeah, these I'm telling you, I took these pictures like probably 5 years ago. I have a whole bunch of different pictures I took. I think probably my favorite one is still the one that I took with my demon Finn Balor's, I think, is still my favorite. So let me go over here and show that real quick. If I can find it. So long ago. Hang on, let me see if I can find it, and then I'll look at the Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I can't remember. I know that we sat down and I watched you build this. Magnets, how do they? Well, you put one side to the other and it sticks together, but then if you flip them on opposite sides, they attract. So let me see if I can find this picture, because I'm telling you, I posted these pictures so long ago. And it was a really, really nice dio, and I did get some really good pictures off of it. And I think one of the other ones I want to try to do is a backstage dio, because you built me one of those too, and it had the door and it had the texturing, the drywall texturing. Okay, yeah, here we go. All right, here we go, people. All right, so like, this is a picture I took. Here's another one I took. This one I used an RGB light for, but because this figure has like glow in the dark face paint on it, it kind of brought that out a little bit more. But like, see how much this adds to it though. Yeah, this one. Probably one of my two favorite pictures I've taken. So the smoke is cotton balls. I used the old trick of doing smoke effects. If you don't want to buy an expensive smoke machine, or have to Photoshop the smoke in, easy. You buy a pack of cotton balls, tear them apart enough to where it has a consistency of smoke, and you just kind of stack them on top of each other, depending on how high you need the smoke to rise, and you get that effect. It's just cotton balls. Here is another one, if it'll show it. I know this is my other favorite picture, is this Jack the Ripper Finn Balor. Again, I know it looks photoshopped. It's not. This is just me with a regular cell phone camera. I used, again, the RGB light. I used a red I used the red light on that RGB light. Again, did the cotton ball effect, and it came out looking like that. I wish I still had this figure. I do need to go back and find this figure again, and add it to my NXT shelf that I'm slowly but surely gonna work on and finish. But yeah, solid shots. So these were good pictures. Let me see if I can find some more. But yeah, these are from like 2019. So yeah, like six years ago. This was my old So this was my old custom I made of myself. This used to be my mascot in figure form. And yes, I did hand paint every single one of those Deadpool heads on the pajamas. I replicated a pair of Deadpool pajamas I had. And I painted every single face exactly like it was on there. So it was pretty cool. Sadly, I don't have this figure anymore, but I do have a better version of the. I do have a better looking, um, more articulated version of myself. So, um, there's that. I made that little cigarette. Um, I can't tell you that technique. that one's mine. But yeah, this is like a better example of how you darken the lighting on this, and look how much it brings out. It looks like it's in an alleyway. You know, it looks like, I don't know. It looks like some underground wrestling promotions. Like entrance stage, and that's kind of why. That's kind of the point that I wanted with this. Um, I took two concepts and I gave them to the gentleman that's in the chat right now from Dusky Till Dawn. I'm not sure if he still does dios, but he used to do tutorials on his channel, and he used to build a lot of dios for a lot of different people in the community. But basically, I pitched him two concepts. The front entrance of the stage, I wanted it to look like the ECW stage, where it's the broken out brick wall. And I also wanted it to look like the NXT stage at the time, because I think during 2018 to 2020 or 2021, I think, around the arena there used to be like fences like this, and it looked like chain link fences that the fans would sit behind, or the audience would sit behind, and they would like kind of go like this on it, and it looked like I don't know, it just looked very underground. And I was like, that would be kind of a cool concept to have, like that chain link fence. So I took those two concepts and I pitched it to him, and he built me this beautiful dio. So, and I am trying to reincarnate it. I'm in the process of trying to reincarnate it into existence again. So that's the goal at the moment. Can I replicate everything? I don't think so. You can't replicate one person's art perfectly. So since I can't perfectly replicate it, I'm going to try my best to what's it called? Oh, I forgot. That's when Malmer fucked up the pricing on that Elite Wave. It's funny. But yeah. But if you want to see like my first dio I ever built, let me see if I have like a full. I don't know if I have like a full picture of it. I mean, it might be like kind of shit. Oh, dude, holy shit! I forgot I built that. Holy hell, I forgot I built that. All right, so I know that I haven't talked about the Royal Rumble yet. I'm sorry. I'm gonna get to it, but we're kind of it's been kind of on the kick of talking about the Dio. It just kind of spread into this. We're gonna backtrack and talk about the Rumble in a minute, but I gotta at least show you where I started from. All right, so check this out. So this was my first Dio I ever built. So I bought 2 pieces of poster board from the dollar store, and I saw that everyone had these cool dios that they were taking pictures of. So I took that and I went and I tried to replicate what I saw the best that I could. It was kind of a piece of shit, but I mean, I needed something as my background when I first started on YouTube. So this was yeah. This is what it was. I painted it. And I stuck a whole bunch of stickers. That was a group that I was pretty consistent in at the time on Facebook. I painted the Fiend skull. I did this as well. Hang on. Let's see. I mean, I was pretty. I mean, like in terms of like photography and stuff, I was pretty alright with it. You know, I think I was still a junior, senior in high school. I think when I started my channel, I think I was either like just graduating or in the process of graduating. So, you know, I was pretty okay with like, you know, kind of grasping what I was seeing from other people. Like here's another little thing that I built. So I had a Spider Punk, but didn't have an amp. So I went and I repainted his guitar, and I added some little things on there, and I made him a little amp, and I painted the amp, and I made it. You know, I was you know, let me see if I could find another picture of. So here's another example. And then right here, I didn't know where to get 112 scale furniture. Now I know. I know the little honey holes. So what did I do? I went back to the fucking dollar store and I bought more poster board. I didn't know about pink foam at the time, but I went and I bought it, and I made a table, and I made a couch, like a 3-person couch out of foam board. You know, because like I said, I was a kid, like just graduating from high school, didn't have a whole bunch of money to really mess around with, and didn't really know about all the things you really needed when you get into the whole photography thing. Like, see, here's an older picture I took. So let's see. And this was my, holy shit, 6 people. Good lord, where all these people come from? Welcome. Abdul, I appreciate that. Thank you. So yeah, this was my first logo for the channel. Now that I'm going back, I'm like remembering all this shit. This was my first logo. I hand drew this. I traced it in a Sharpie and then I painted it. Hand painted it. So, I guess I always had that kind of craftiness to me, I guess. Um, like this was another dio that I did. That was like a backstage dio, and yeah, I did make that. This logo right here. This piece is what used to sit on that old entrance stage. Was this? And I hand drew that and I painted it. So, um, so yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. So, anyway, though, we're gonna what's it called? We're gonna backtrack a little bit. We can get back into talking about yeah, painted ants. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Fucking dumb. So anyway, we're gonna get into the Royal Rumble talk. Okay, let me pull up this because the fucking Rumble started while I was at work. So I was in a what's it called? Trying to watch this shit while I was finishing up my shift at work. So I caught the Women's Royal Rumble and a little bit of the DIY versus Motor City Machine Guns. So, all right. So the Women's Rumble, I feel like since it was the first on the card, felt very underwhelming compared to the Men's Royal Rumble this year. There were some pretty good picks in there. I think EO being the stop trying to get me to go. I can't afford to go to WrestleMania. It's too much money. Maybe if they come back here, maybe I'll consider buying tickets to WrestleMania. Anyway, so there were some pretty good people that jumped in. They had a few NXT people. They had Julia. They had Stephanie Vakir. They had Roxanne Perez, who was the Iron Woman of the match. I'm very surprised about that. They're building her up pretty good for when she eventually goes to the main roster, which I think is going to be soon. I think after Stand and Deliver, they're probably going to move her up to the main roster. It's going to happen. Now, do they sign her to Raw or do they sign her to SmackDown? I don't know. That I can't tell you because I don't know. But I know once Roxanne gets put on the main roster, I think she's going to do great things. I've been a fan of her since she first debuted in NXT. I didn't know that she was in Ring. I didn't know she was in Ring of Honor. So I'll have to go back and do a little research, watch that, watch some of the matches. But she did really good. I think having her as the Iron Survivor or the Iron Woman in the Rumble, good call. Io did great. Kind of surprised that they didn't have her win the Rumble. Now the one of my critiques, because I have a few of them, one of my critiques would be they wasted the number 30 spot on they wasted it on a talent that didn't quite deserve that number 30 spot. The special thing about the number 30 spot in the Rumble is that you use it for three things. You use it either to debut someone, as in either a call up from NXT, a newly signed talent, or a returning talent. And they wasted it on Nikki Bella. Okay. Um, it was pretty obvious that at some point she was going to end up in the Rumble because she showed up on the first episode of Raw. But it was a waste. It was a waste. I know there were rumors floating around. AJ Lee might come back. Becky might come back. Should have had Becky. Should have had Becky come back as number 30. Could have got the crowd pop. That would have been great. She could have came back. Would she have won it? Probably not. But at least it would have been like, hey, Becky is back. We put her as number 30. She's going to get a few eliminations in, and then someone's going to eliminate her, and that's going to set up for a feud that's going to lead us into WrestleMania. They didn't do that. They fucking put Nikki Bella in there, which I got beef with Nikki Bella. All right, I've had beef with her and those fucking Bellas for years, but I'm not going to get into it. I'm not going to turn this into a rant. So that's one of my critiques. The weird, like, I don't know if it was a botch or if it was planned, but like Liv Morgan, Io Sky, and like 3 other people all touched the floor at once. So I don't know if getting 5 people eliminated all at once was the plan or if that was just a botch and they were just like, well, fuck it, we can't do anything to change it, so we might as well just put it on there. We'll just give those eliminations to Nia. I don't know, but it was weird, and I was like, what the fuck is this? And then of course at number 20, was she number 27, we had the one, the only, as Mr. Smith would call her, and I've been calling her for years. Mr. Smith is one of my first few friends that I met that also did YouTube. He runs a Clickbait Wrestling YouTube channel. I believe they're live right now covering Raw. The surgically superior Charlotte Flair. And as we learned today, recently divorced surgically superior Charlotte Flair. Came in at number 27 and won the Rumble. Now, do I agree with this booking? Fuck no, I don't agree with this booking. I know that they love to shove a rocket up Charlotte's ass and shoot her to the moon every time she comes back, but she just came back from injury. She just came back. She tore her ACL, her LCL, and her meniscus. She was out for a year and a half, I believe, or a year and 3 months. She was gone for over a year. Okay. She did not need to come back after a year and 3 months and win the Rumble. That Rumble win could have went to someone that actually needed it. All right. Charlotte has won 14 titles between Raw and SmackDown and NXT. She does not need to come in here and take someone's spotlight again. All right. And we all know where this shit is going. All right. If you were watching Raw tonight, yeah, there was that little kind of scuffle, verbal scuffle between her and Rhea Ripley. She's not challenging Rhea Ripley. She's going to challenge Tiffany Stratton. Okay. This has been set up for a while now because Tiffany Stratton said one of the people that she wants to face at some point in her career is Charlotte Flair. Unfortunately, what this sets up for is Charlotte snatching the title that Tiffany Stratton just got. She just got that title in December. She cashed in her Money in the Bank successfully and became the new women's champion on SmackDown. So now they're going to fuck up Tiffany Stratton's title reign and give it to Charlotte. even though I feel like Tiffany's been a very entertaining champion. So I feel like that should have went somewhere else. I feel like we could have gotten someone else because it was obvious once it got down to the final two who was winning. There's no way Roxanne is fucking winning the Royal Rumble. All right, she's still signed to NXT. If she had just gotten called up, I could have believed it. But those are my few complaints. Otherwise, pretty entertaining. I like that we didn't have a lot of legends come back. I think only the real legend that came back was Trish Stratus, which she looks great. Mama Trish always be looking great these days. And so maybe that sets up a match between her and Nia Jax at WrestleMania, because obviously with the Rumble, it always plants seeds for feuds that may or may not lead exactly into WrestleMania, but might also lead into the rest of the year. So yeah, there was that. Next, we had the Tag Team Championship, the 2 out of 3 Falls match between DIY and the Motor City Machine Guns. Kip Sabian and... Or no, not Kip Sabian. I always forget his fucking name. Kip Sabian was on TNA, I think. At least I remember Kip Sabian being on TNA. But it was Alex Shelley. I always forget the other fucking person's name, and it sucks because I was watching the X Division when they were dominating. I'm pretty sure Hobby's gonna school my ass and tell me. Oh yeah, okay. So Chris Sabin, that's what it was. Let's see. Was the Rumble caused by Zakanin? No, it wasn't. I think it was nice to have Alexa come back. I don't think Alexa was gonna win the Rumble. I think now that she's back though, and clearly she's clearly rocking Lily, which is the little doll that looks like a Fuggler. If you've ever seen those Fugglers in the stores, those little ugly ass dolls with the teeth, it looks like that. It looks like a Fuggler. So she's clearly rocking that. So she's gonna probably have something going on with the Wyatt Six, which is good. It'd be nice to see the Wyatt Six again, since they're on SmackDown now and they haven't been doing anything with them. Yes, WrestleMania Vegas. I'm excited. I'm excited, but I'm a little sad, and I'll discuss that once we get into the men's Rumble. I don't like the. I don't know. Avi, if you like Nikki Bella, it's okay, but I got beef with that woman, dude. I got beef with her. I got beef with her. I had beef with her. Said damn Charlotte. Not that Charlotte. Good God. Listen, if she puts Tiffany over, I think it would be okay. I stopped watching in 2013. Listen, I stopped watching WWE in 2009, okay? And I jumped back in like around 2015 to 2016, so I had a lot of catching up to do, Kaiju. So believe me, I've had a lot of I can't put that comment up, Bobby. That comment staying, I cannot highlight that comment. YouTube's gonna snipe me for that one. But yeah, Chris Sabian. So it was a good match. Obviously, DIY are going in as the heels, and the Motor City Machine Guns are going in as the baby faces. They did pretty good. I like the heel tactics that DIY were doing. How I think it was Ciampa distracted the ref, and the ref didn't see the tag between Sabian and Alex Shelley. And there was that little spot. I liked that. I also liked the tactics that they had, where it was kind of the switcheroo that got DIY the first fall. So it was pretty good. I thought it was a really good match. I know the crowd wasn't really into it. I think, to be fair though, they did start with the women's rumble. I think if they had started with this match, the crowd would have been a little bit more into it. They were kind of into it towards the kind of sudden death between each team, where they were tied 1-1. So I think they did pretty good. I enjoyed the match. It kind of sucks that we don't really get as much tag team wrestling as much as we should, because they do have some good tag teams on both brands. One tag team I kind of wish they would kind of use a little bit more, since they did just sign them not that long ago. Tamatonga Tongaloa, formerly known as the Gorillas of Destiny in New Japan, held the IWGP Tag Team Championships. I believe they also held the ROH Tag Team Championships. Very decorated tag team champions. One of the original Bullet Club members in 2013. Kind of wish my boy Tamatonga and his brother Tongaloa would get just a little bit more TV time. Just saying. Maybe they could kind of get in the spotlight of the tag title kind of picture. Just saying, since they disappeared whenever Solo Sikoa disappeared. I hope at some point they just kind of separate them from the bloodline. Hopefully the bloodline story ends and Tamatonga and Tongaloa kind of just separate themselves from that and just kind of go on their own path as a tag team. And do some things there. Then we get into the undisputed WWE Championship ladder match between our undisputed champion, the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes, and the Canadian son of a security technician, Kevin Owens. And man, this match was fucking brutal. There were some spots in the match that I was like the suplex that Cody Rhodes did to Kevin Owens, where they both kind of caught half of the ladder each. I was kind of like, fuck, that had to hurt, because Cody kind of got more of that ladder than Kevin Owens did. It was kind of like the back of his head and the upper part of his shoulder smacked that ladder really hard. And the back of Kevin Owens' head kind of smacked the ladder too. And I was like, that had to have hurt. And then also the Alabama Slam into the ladder looked fucking brutal too. I felt bad for Kevin Owens that he was okay with taking that spot. Considering he is currently dealing with HS, which is an autoimmune disease. I know a lot of people were kind of asking or questioning why his gear changed all of a sudden to where he's not wearing the kick pads and the shorts. and why he's just kind of wearing tights now. The HS that he has currently right now, I'm in one of the wrestling discords, and someone posted a picture of what his legs look like, and they're at the point where they're eating. Condition that he has is eating his legs currently. They start out with like sores on your legs, and it eventually just eats through your leg. So it's gotten so bad to the point that he has to wear the tights now, and he can't wear kick pads anymore because that's just going to cause him more pain that he's already in. So how much more longer can Kevin Owens go in the ring because he has this condition? I don't know. It's semi-treatable, but it's not fully curable. So I don't know how much longer we'll have Kevin Owens in the ring. And it kind of sucks because knowing that and seeing what he went through on Saturday, you kind of feel bad, like really bad for him, and it sucks. I've said much. Yeah. He gave away a figure because of what the hell was it? I can't remember what the hell was said when I was on open mic night last. So yeah, it was a good match. It also looked like it was planting some seeds for a possible heel turn for Cody. We might be seeing Homelander Cody sooner than we might be expecting. And if that's the case, I'm down for a heel Cody Rhodes, because if you don't think that Cody Rhodes can play a heel, well, look at ROH, look at New Japan, and look at his small-ish run that he had in Impact, because it was some quality heel shit. He knows how to get heat real easy with the fans, and it works. So I think it's good. And then we get into the men's Royal Rumble. This was good. There was obviously a few botches, a few issues. We didn't find out until today that our United States champion, LA Knight, might have went into business for himself and pissed off I wouldn't say Glasgow's own Drew McIntyre. And he was legitimately pissed when he was eliminated by Damian Priest. Now, could this possibly be a work and not so much a shoot? We won't know. We don't know. It's speculated that it's a shoot, but it could also be a really good work because Drew likes to play the fans, so it could be. But it was really good. Genuinely surprised that Punk didn't make it to the Final Four. Neither did Roman, neither did Seth. Made it to the Final Four. They made it to the Final Six, I believe. Oh yeah, it was the Final Six because it was Logan, John Cena, Jey Uso, Roman, Seth, Punk. Roman went to go eliminate Seth. Punk eliminated both of them. Then Logan Paul eliminated Punk, and there was a three-way brawl on the outside. Seth curb stomped the shit out of Roman twice, as Paul Heyman was having a mental breakdown trying to figure out why Seth did it on the floor. And then John Cena eliminated Logan Paul. And then we got down to the final two, John Cena and Jey Uso. A lot of people thought John Cena was going to win. I knew John Cena wasn't going to win the Royal Rumble, and I'll tell you why. Because they're not going to hand him the 17th world title. They're going to make him chase it. It was just like with Cody. He won the Rumble, but he had to chase it. They didn't give it to him the first time, so they made him chase it. So he won the Rumble, lost at Mania, won the Rumble again, and then won at Mania. They made him chase it. So with Cena, they're going to make him chase it. So because he didn't win at the Rumble, he declared himself in the Elimination Chamber. So he could either win at the Chamber, or he could lose at the Chamber. And then he's fucked. Now he has to find a way to get to the title. If he doesn't do it at Mania, people are saying SummerSlam. Could also be at SummerSlam. He's getting that 17th title. I know a lot of people aren't quite feeling him getting the 17th title, but to me, you have to understand. All right. I've been a John Cena fan pretty much since almost the very beginning. All right. I am almost 26. He's been doing this for 23 years. So almost as long as I've been alive on this planet we call Earth. So I know a lot of people didn't really fuck with Cena when he first started. A lot of people didn't fuck with him when he won his first title. And the 16 titles he won after that. But he's contributed a lot into the company. He's given us a lot of really good moments, a lot of really good feuds. He's put a lot of people over. And I know he's going to put a lot of people over on his way out. Obviously, if you watched the Rumble, you saw that it was kind of a passing of the torch moment between John Cena and Jey Uso, which I think is really awesome. And, you know, I'm not going to lie. Did I shed a couple of tears during the press conference after the Rumble? I did, because it set in in front of me that, holy shit, this is actually happening. I have been watching wrestling since 2005. I stopped watching in 2009 consistently, but caught almost every Cena match when I could. And now it's like, holy shit, this is actually happening. Someone that a lot of people my age that were watching wrestling at the time considered their like childhood hero is hanging up the metaphorical boots, because he knows he doesn't have that much longer in the tank, and that he'd rather retire than be out here doing what Ric Flair has been doing, almost dying in the ring. So I'm not gonna lie. Am I gonna shed some tears at the Elimination Chamber if he wins? Absolutely. Regardless, I'm gonna shed tears because this is his last Elimination Chamber. Saturday was his last Rumble. This year is his last WrestleMania. Summertime, this is his last SummerSlam. Like this is it. And it's like, fuck, this puts a lot into motion. So it does, it sucks. So it sucks. It's a bummer. And I know at some point during this year I'm gonna have to do at least a thank you Cena video with one of my John Cena figures, if I can find all the accessories for it, or whenever I finish this Dio, we'll see. But yeah, so Jey Uso won Juicy Usi himself, Jey Uso won. Main event Jey Uso won. A lot of people are not too happy about it, but you gotta understand it like this. The man is red hot right now. He's over with the crowd. The crowd is over with him. The company clearly trusts him to carry their title and be the face of the company. Yes, has he had some fuck ups in life? Yes. Have him and his brother had a couple of fuck ups in life while they've worked for WWE? Yeah. Everyone has fuck ups though in life. Everyone's human. We all make mistakes. It's kind of built into our DNA. But I think now is definitely the time though to pull the trigger on Jey Uso. Like Tony said this morning, if you don't pull the trigger on him now, that you can't do it again. You got to strike while the iron's hot. So it's either a do or die with Jey Uso. So clearly they have enough faith in him to win the world title against Gunther. And I'm excited, dude. I think this is going to be a huge moment for him. It's just the challenge starts with once his first day as champion starts, because that is when we start the test of, can you be the face of our company? Can you carry this title with no issues? Can you defend it with no issues? Are you going to crack from under the pressure that it is to be our world champion? So, like Tony said, usually they test their champions from Mania until SummerSlam. If you can survive from Mania until SummerSlam with no issues, then you're going to have a nice title run. If you can't, then he's going to drop the title to someone. I know Abi said that Sammy should have won. Listen, Sammy will get his time. He will. He'll get his time. I just think right now it's not necessarily Sammy's time. I think it's Jay's time. Now, granted, will Sammy win in the future? I think he'll win it in the future. I would have said, depending on how things go with Cena, who does he drop the title to? Because he's not holding that title very long. It's just so then they can get number 17, and then he's going to drop it to someone. Like he said, he wants to have title number 17 so then he can shake the hands with number 18. So the person that beats his record. So, I am okay with Jey Uso winning. I know a lot of people aren't very happy with the Rumble winners this year. I'm only slightly annoyed with one winner. But listen, I don't work for WWE. I don't work for Triple H. So I'm going to trust the process, okay? Obviously, this was for a reason. So I'm going to trust the process. Papa Paul has clearly been making some good choices with how he has handled things, how he's running things. So I'm okay with it. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see how the rest of the year goes. But with that being said, though, that's all I gotta say about the Rumble. So, like I was saying, though, earlier, I did get a couple of new figures in. I got this awesome Jey Uso. I got him for regular price off Amazon because there was no way I was paying that ringside price for him. He did not come with that chair. That's a Boss Fight Studios chair. And then I did get a Bloodline Jey Uso to go with him. He's got the black joggers. I know he has the Bloodline thing on there. I think it's okay though because they both have the white shoes, black joggers. It's fine. I think once I get that main event Jey Uso though, I am going to swap his hands out though. So I'll have Jey Uso on my shelf with the Yeet hands, and then I can give him some holding things hands. And then I got to go to Threadhead. Next week I'm going to make a Threadhead purchase because I do need to get a We the One shirt for that Jey Uso. And then I also have to what's it called? I also have to order a couple other shirts. So that's I think that's really well, that's not everything because this also came in the mail from Abi, aka Figure Fight Club. He was kind enough to sell me his AEW ringside exclusive Jazzwares AEW ringside exclusive TNT champion Cody Rhodes. I've been wanting this. I have a story about this figure. I technically owned this figure before this. Unfortunately, I didn't get to physically touch the figure as I am now because at the old apartment that I used to live at, I had placed a ringside order for, at the time, they had just come out with the Ultimate Edition Cena from One Night Stand 06, and they just came out with an Ultimate Edition version of The Rock with the 2013 version of the WWE title. Those arrived to my doorstep while I was at work. I go to take my lunch that day at work. I come home, there's no package on my front door step. I said, okay, maybe it's on the porch. It's not on the porch. I look around the complex, I ask. No one's seen it. So that order was stolen off my porch while I was at work. I call FedEx, can't do anything. I contact Ringside. All they can do is have me reorder those figures, and they would only charge me half the price. So I said, fuck that. I'm not going to pay again for these figures just to have them stolen off my porch again. And by the time I decided to come back around to Ringside, this figure was already sold out. So I've been looking on eBay, been looking on Macari, trying to find this thing for a good price. Haven't had any luck. So of course, Abi, being the gentleman that he is, he said he had one, gave it to me for a good price. Didn't charge me that much for the shipping either, which I very much appreciate because shipping is very expensive these days. So I appreciate that, and we're going to open this live because I do want to check this figure out because I did actually watch this match. Even though this was the pandemic era of AEW. This is when AEW was fun. This is when it was kind of fun to watch AEW. So box is pretty cool though. I do like the box. It reminds me of those. The box kind of has like that lenticular design to it. Kind of reminds me of like the trading cards, like those fancy trading cards. So pretty cool. It has all these little kind of pyro effects. I like this double or nothing thing on the back here. I'm gonna see if I can do something with that. I'm gonna salvage it. I'm gonna salvage the plastic. Let me see if he held in by any zip ties, anything like that. I don't think so. This slides out though, so you get a t-shirt. Get a couple of different head sculpts, some extra hands. Those are cool. I'm not going to throw the t-shirt on them right now. I'm going to do the trick because this is when the t-shirts were this is when the soft goods were starting to stain the figures. So I'm not gonna do that because I actually like this. I like this gear for. Oh, I might actually have to do some surgery on this figure here. Well, not on the figure, but on the package. So, we're gonna see. I'm gonna mute myself though because there's gonna be some crinkling. So. Okay. He was fighting me. He was fighting me. So let me go ahead and throw. Well, actually, no. I want to try to save that. See if I can use that for a dio. So yeah, we got him in hand, and I do like that they started doing this with their figures. See how they have the little plastic on there? Usually import companies do this type. I had to make sure I wasn't muted. It's to make sure there's no paint rub between the parts. So I like that. And then of course to take that off, you just pop the torso off, slide this off figure, and you just pop everything back on. Boom. And then you're good to go. So, one of the main reasons I wanted this figure wasn't really for the TNT title. I do think I have this. I know I don't have this one. I think I have the Brody Lee version of the TNT title, but I am also collecting. It seems like I'm now collecting the TNT titles. It's also because of this gear. I like this gear. The kind of dark. Oh wow, that captures really good on camera. The this like dark purple and the silver, it's really nice. The boots are really nice too. I love that head sculpt. It's a perfect Cody Rhodes head sculpt. I also like the weight belts on the AEW figures over the WWE ones. I don't know if they fixed it recently, just because the Cody that I got, their most recent one doesn't have it, but the Top Picks one does. It just has this really big weight belt. Like, it looks a little too big. So I don't know. I don't know if that's just me or it looks a little too big. But with the Jazzers one, it looks a little bit more proportion. And then also I like the little weight belt on the back. So it's got the Cody with Pharaoh. Then Archer has the snake because Jake the Snake was his manager at the time. I think that is Pharaoh, right? Yeah. And so Pharaoh is his dog. It has a little teeny tiny TNT championship thing on there and the AEW logo. So there's that. I do like this head sculpt though. I am hunting this head sculpt on eBay like a fox. Not Crown Fox, although we do love her. All right, I am a supporter of Crown Fox Productions, but I'm also hunting down this head sculpt because I'm going to replace every Cody I have. I'm going to put this head sculpt on there because it's by far, if I'm comparing this head sculpt to the Mattel one, on camera it doesn't look that bad, but I don't know, he just kind of looks goofy. I think it's also because Mattel smushed his neck. They smushed his head all the way down on his neck, so he looks like he has no neck. Which is terrible because, as you can see, he clearly has a neck. You see what I mean? He has a neck. But, like, Mattel, they just, like, smushed his head on there, so it looks like he doesn't have a neck. So, what I did when I did the fix-up with this Cody that I got off of Helidope Toys, those great gentlemen at Helidope Toys. What I did was I raised his neck. I did the hot glue trick, but his head sits a little bit higher on his neck, which is also good because you can see the neck tattoo, right? And he also doesn't have like a smushy neck, so it looks a little bit better. Now I need to go look up a picture. Actually, I can look at the picture on the box here and see if he actually had. Oh no, let's see. No, you know what? I'd say I got it pretty on point, dude. I'd say that's pretty on point. I'd say that's pretty on point. I did measure it correctly because look, if we're going based off the box, right? Look, he clearly has a neck, right? And Mattel just did him so dirty and gave him a smushy neck, and I don't like that. So, Cody, you now got a new neck, bud. You got a fixed neck. You're looking like an absolute stud. And I kind of wish that instead of making him world champion first, I kind of wish they made him US champion, because this gear just screams US champion. Like, just all of his gear that he wears now just screams US champion. Like, that, his gear is just begging for him to have the fucking US title. Which I think would be great once he... Oh, that's on SmackDown. Oh, he is on SmackDown. So it does work. So it works. So I think what they should do, once Cody drops the world title, they should have him go after the US title. And they should have him win the US title. And have him have like a really good US title run. Because look at that, dude. Look at that. Tell me that wouldn't be fantastic. Now, obviously, the US title doesn't look like this anymore. And it's unfortunate that the US title doesn't look like that. So obviously it doesn't look like that anymore. But I like that look. It's a good look. So that's just me though, but I'm gonna put them on the shelf because I need to need to still rearrange some things. So anyway, we're focusing on this TNT champion Cody. I just realized. Wait a minute. Whoa. I just realized something. The WWE tattoo they did for Cody is different than this one. We're discovering things, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, check this out. So this is the Mattel one. That's a Jazzers one. So the colors on the Mattel one are darker than the one on the Jazzers one, and it's also longer. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, well. Hey, what's up, Alpha Red? Welcome. We're opening this wonderful. Well, let me get you Rebecca first. Alright, so we're opening this TNT champion Cody Rhodes that I got in the mail from Obby. He was kind enough to sell it to me for a good price. The absolute stud that he is. So we're opening that. We're just kind of taking some comparisons between the other Codys that I have. What is this head? This head looks more like Gunther than Cody. It's very odd. I don't know what it is with Mattel. I don't know what it is with Mattel, but I'm starting to beef with Mattel and their Cody Rhodes figures. But yeah, so very nice gear, very beautiful gear. Great head sculpt. And then these are all of the accessories that he comes with. So he comes with this angry head, which also looks like Cody. He comes with this head, which doesn't quite look like Cody. He comes with this shirt, which is pretty cool. I'm not going to put this on the figure because it's going to stain the figure. Because this is when the staining of the soft goods on the figures started, was with this Cody. So I'm not going to do that. I'm going to wash it, and then I'm going to do that. And then he has extra hands, which they actually put the wrap on those. I don't think they put the wrap on those hands. Interesting. So he has wrap. Why the fuck would they do that? It's an odd ass choice. So obviously he has his hand taped up. But on these, can you stand? And then on these hands, there's no hand tape. What are we doing here, Jazzers? What are we doing? Clearly we're not making the right decisions, but in terms of the height comparison though, in terms of like how they scale, they seem to scale about the same. But it might also be because I fixed that Cody here. If I put it next to this one, he's obviously taller. But it's also because Mattel likes to give Cody the smushy neck, is what I'm calling it now. So, but this one, I had to fix it up because just look at this. Look at this shit. All right. Get that Cody over here. Oh. It's not Cody Rhodes, it's a Dusty Rhodes head. And listen, I know it seems like I'm knocking Mattel, right? But listen, I'm giving constructive criticism. The fuck did his head? That's weird. Okay, so I guess his head sculpt's disappeared, I guess. Or maybe I just threw them somewhere. Anyway, he had like a weird, like yelling head, screaming head. Oh, here they are. So he had this head. Right? And then he had this head. Which this is this is giving me like Jax vibes. This is like the type of shit I used to have when I was a kid. Where like everyone was screaming for some reason, like they just kicked the ever living shit out of their bedpost. So, but add an extra Jazzer's head, so I threw it on there. Fix the neck. He looks so much better. Looks like a proud champion. Because I don't have the undisputed title. I don't have that yet. They haven't made a Cody with the side plates on there. He looks like he's yawning. You're absolutely right, Alfred. He does look like he's yawning. So I was like, no, these are not in my collection. But this I still think is a superior Cody Rhodes head sculpt. And this was their Cody Rhodes head sculpt, which actually put this on a figure because I have an extra Cody Rhodes here that needs a head sculpt until I can get another one of those smiling head sculpts. So let me kind of get him in like a kind of like fired up. Get him in like a he's hyping the crowd up. Or like he's getting ready to fight somebody. Yeah, see. That's a good sculpt. All right, that's a good yelling head. You know, that looks okay. This though, I don't know what the hell that is. It's no good. It's no good, Mattel. Go back to the drawing board with that, please, because that's no good. So, anywho, so yeah, he had that, and then of course he had the first iteration of the TNT title, which I think is a gorgeous belt. Even though it's a TV title, it's kind of plain. I do like it. I think it's a nice title. Anyway, that's pretty much it though. For everything that I got so far, I have the first Dance CM Punk coming in the mail probably next week. And then I think next week I'm probably going to get that. Well, I have to get that main event Jey Uso to represent the Royal Rumble win, and then I also am going to take those hands, the like holding things hands from that, and give them to this Jey Uso, because this is how I bought him. He didn't have the extra hands. So but now I have a set of the Usos. that match. Oh, crazy. So now I got a set of Bloodline Usos. But yeah, he does look like he's yawning alpha red. It's not a good it's not a good head sculpt. But yeah, it seems like this year though. It seems like this year there's gonna be a lot of wrestling figures on the favorites for this year. So don't be surprised. But I'll be right back though. Give me just one second. Oh, all right. I almost bought a Rick Rude just for the big WCW belt. LOL. I just think it'd be funny to have my Leatherhead or Cobra Commander with that dream. Well, let me remember what this dude's name was that Avi showed me. Let me see. What was this guy's name? That had the belt. There it is. All right. So funny that Kaiju said that. Oh, I forgot that we were talking about that. You know what? We may close the show. We may close the show with talking about that stuff. This though, this is what I was trying to get to. So this is the guy that Abi brought my attention to in terms of getting custom belts made. So if we go over to WCW, instead of paying the $20 for, instead of buying a figure that you don't necessarily want just for the belt, you could go on this website, Chaos Wrestling Club, and just buy a 3D printed one. and it'll actually be painted. And it'll look exactly like this. It'll come on a leather strap. It'll be painted. It'll have the gems in it. So you can do that. Because I'm going to be definitely getting some belts from this guy, because I am already seeing that they have the World of Stardom Championship, which I need for my... I can't remember. I think both Io and Kairi Sane held the World of Stardom Championship when they were there. I also need the GCW World Championship in case I ever get around to figuring out how I'm going to make a custom Matt Cardona. Because there was a guy that was selling Matt Cardona head sculpts, and I reached out to him. Unfortunately, though, Matt Cardona reached out to him and asked him to stop selling those head sculpts, so he doesn't sell them anymore. Which really sucks, because the head sculpt was pretty spot on. So I need that title. I need the IWGP United States Championship, the IC title, this Bullet Club title, and I also need the IWGP Women's Championship, because that would also go with my Kairi Sane, since she was the first, I think, to hold that championship. So, and then once they do that Kazuchika Okada, that Jazz wears Kazuchika Okada, I'm going to get this IWGP Heavyweight Championship, because he held this. Technically he held the version 4 and the version 5, but he held... Oh no, did he? Oh no, he did hold the version 5, because I think Jay White was the one that beat him. Yeah, because Jay White beat him, I think, for the IWGP Heavyweight, the version 5, I think, at Wrestle Kingdom, and that's how Jay White got his first IWGP Heavyweight title. I think, or I might be... Jay White definitely beat someone for this title before he left New Japan. And then if I ever figure out my formula for a Prince Devitt, I need this IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship, because he was IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion when he was feuding with, when he started Bullet Club, but also when he was feuding with Taguchi before he left New Japan and Bullet Club turned on him. And that was also the same night that AJ Styles debuted in New Japan. So, yeah. That's interesting. What are they called? Let me go ahead and put this in the... here, let me put on the... let me put on the WCW one for you. That way you don't have to... It's just right there. Let me go ahead and put that in the chat. because Rule Keeper is not here. Where is my mod? Where is my sheriff? I'm just kidding. I'm not going to give Rule Keeper a hard time. He's he's probably currently in a debacle with his future ex-wife, Kairi Sane. Now that he has her in figure form. Oh, I also need the where is it? The old ROH championship. Oh, now that I realize it, I guess if I do get those, actually I don't know. I don't know if Abby has that or not. I don't know. Is Abby still in here? Oh, Abby's still in here. Abby, did you ever get that Briscoe? That Briscoe 2-pack? Let me know while I'm looking through their catalog of different champion. Impact. Do they have the old? Oh no, these are all recent. Oh, okay, look at that. Well, I guess whenever Mattel makes their first Jordan Grace action figure, I can order this from this guy. Oh, that's what I forgot. That's what I forgot to talk about. Back to the Rumble. Jordan Grace, good lord, did she leave a fucking impact? No pun intended. During that Rumble, my god, she had a fucking Death Valley driver on Piper Niven. That's about like almost 300 pounds she lifted up and hit a fucking Death Valley driver on. So yeah, shout out to Jordan Grace for being the fucking juggernaut that she is. And also shout out to Braun Breaker for wrecking house in the Rumble too. He hit a Frankensteiner off of the ring post, and he also hit like I think 4 or 5 spears Saturday night. So yeah, shout out to Braun Breaker. It's fucking killing it, dude. He's killing it on the main roster. I can't wait for him to have a world title run. Cause that kid, man, he's got fucking potential, dude. He has got a lot of potential. And he's, yeah, I think once they take the IC title off of him, they need to strap a rocket to his ass and shoot him into the world title picture, because he is world title material. What do you mean? Why do they have an IC belt? Where? Oh, there's too many. No. I don't know if there's too many belts. They just recently, that the women's IC title's recent. Lyra Valkyria is I think this is it right here. Oh no, this isn't it. Let me see. Do they actually have that new? Let me see. I actually want to see. Oh yeah, look at that. They do have the women's IC title already. Damn, this dude catches on quick. Damn, this guy catches on quick. Look at that. Already has the women's US title. This, I don't count the speed title. That I had someone at work explain to me the speed championship thing, and this is fucking stupid. It's so dumb. Oh, they have the new tag titles. I like that. I do prefer the new tag titles. I wish that they didn't look like this though. I wish that I wish that SmackDown's tag team titles were this, and Raw's tag titles looked like. Where the fuck are they? I wish that they looked like this, but just change the scratch logo to this new logo and update these tag titles, and those should be Raw's tag titles, since literally you took the old SmackDown titles and just revamped them and gave them like an updated design. That's what they should have did with the Raw ones instead of making them look like this, because this reminds me of this, and I don't like these tag titles. I never fucked with the penny belts. I never fucked with these tag titles because they looked like toys. While these look like tag titles. These look like belts that a champion would wear. This looks like shit that you'd put in like the toy section. So I don't like that. I still don't like the Wumbo belt either. Yes, that's what I call it. All right. I know we have the Universal Championship, we have the Undisputed Championship. I call it the Wumbo belt. Okay, I don't like the Wumbo belt. This I don't mind, because look, it still looks like a world title. This looks like a Wumbo belt. It reminds me of like Whataburger. It's like a fucking W just like right in your face, and I don't really like that. Why can't we go back to this? When I started watching wrestling, it was this belt, and it was big gold, and it was this belt. These were the two belts that were like consistent. And then we went to the spinner belt, which a lot of people don't like. I like it because that's my generation, but I also do like the Undisputed Championship. But I also like this title too. I just wish that we could take this and kind of modernize it, so then we could get rid of this. Because I don't like the Wumbo belt. Just like I missed this IC title. Like I missed the Oval IC title, and I missed this IC title. Where the fuck is that? I don't know if it's under this one or not. We're gonna see. I missed this IC title. You know, I'm used to the new IC title, but I like this IC title more. Oh, I mean currently? Yeah, there's a Crossing the Street Championship. It just feels like everyone gets a belt. What? Dude, I like the European Championship. Where is it? The fuck is that yet? I like the European Championship. I like this belt. For the copper, I didn't like those tag titles. I didn't like the penny belts. Yeah, they had the unit. Yeah, I didn't like that one either. I remember when they showed the Universal title, it was like the fruit by the foot, or the fruit roll up title, and then I kind of got used to it. So maybe I just got to get used to it. Oh, nice. Oh yeah, they do have Lucha Underground. Forgot about that. Yeah, see, like they have Lucha Underground too. They have the gift. I love this belt. I love this belt so much. I love the gift to the gods title. I love this. I love that belt. Lucha Underground had such nice championships. Like this was the Lucha Underground. Look how nice that looks. That's such a nice title. I like that. Love that title. But I also like New Japan's titles because when I was getting back into wrestling, I was also following New Japan, and I love their titles. You know, I was kind of pissed when they changed their title from this beautiful title into this title. Like a lot of people were pissed. They were like, why would you change? There was nothing wrong with it, but I don't mind this title now. I've gotten used to it. I do miss, or actually no, I think the United States Championship is still around. I think in New Japan. I do love this belt though. I love that belt. The red strap with the red, white, and blue plate, just it pops. Yes, I love that title. I also love the IWGP Intercontinental title too. I love their IC title. It's gorgeous. I wish they didn't get rid of it. They fucking retired this belt, and it made me so sad because I love this IC belt. It had like a beautiful white strap on the back of it, and then the like plates were gold. It was just, and it had like white trim on it. Oh, chef's kiss. Beautiful fucking title. It's weird how I go over this, but it doesn't have like the painted picture. But I do miss the old IWGP title. I miss it. But anyway, yeah. So there's neither of these belts are. Listen, they were. The thing with the IC title is. The thing with the IC title is that it's always been the workhorse belt for any company. Any company that has an IC title, when they put that IC title on you, it's the test. It's the trial belt. That to them, it's a test of, okay, well, we're going to put this on you. We're going to see how you do with this. Can you cut the promos? Do you have the promo skills? Do you have the look? Does the crowd get over for you as champion? Can you put on matches that gets the crowd excited? And can you stay out of trouble and prove that you could be the face of the company? And if that person checks off all those boxes as IC champion, once they drop the IC title, they're put right into the world title picture. And then that's a test as well. It's a test of, okay, can you handle the responsibility of being the face of the company without cracking under the pressure? Because it's not for everyone. Not everyone can be a world champion. I mean, there's been times that they've put a world championship belt on someone and they can't handle it. And so then they end up dropping it at SummerSlam. Why the European? That's a good question. If Abby's in here, Abby might know the European Championship. But I could also look it up real quick too, so then I'm not giving you. Let's see. So it looks like it was established in 1997, and the British Bulldog was crowned the first European champion because he won a tournament that was held over several shows in Germany. And he won over Owen Hart. And that was also when Shawn Michaels beat the British Bulldog. And I believe that was also the same pay-per-view that the British Bulldog's sister, who I believe had just beaten cancer, or was fighting cancer, or was going through cancer treatments, was sitting in the crowd. And that is when Shawn Michaels screwed over the UK and pissed off. I think, was this at Wembley? I had to look and see. I had to look and see. Trying to see if I could figure out what pay-per-view that was on. Yeah, I'm trying to see. Because I do remember that. Let's see. They just needed another belt. Too many people on the roster. Yeah, I just read that. It's because Shane retired it because he wanted to be undisputed, or he wanted to be undefeated European champion. And yeah, but I can't remember what fucking pay-per-view that was that Shawn Michaels beat the British Bulldog for the European title for. I can't remember that. Can't remember which one it was, but yeah. So yeah, it was just a mid-card title. It was kind of there for the US title. Yeah, the US, the IC, the European, and then you had the hardcore title, which had multiple people winning it. All you need is a mid-card belt, heavyweight title, tag team, or trios. If you choose to separate a women's championship, that's true. But also, it also depends on how your roster goes, because so when I used to run on Universe mode, Oh, US didn't exist, but back then. Interesting. So when I used to run my Fed on 2K, I think when I started, I only had 3 titles. I had a hardcore title, which was the Extreme Championship. I think that's what I called it. Yeah, the SAW Extreme Championship. Then I had the SAW Women's Championship, which I think I called the SAW Misfits Championship. And then I also had the SAW title when I first started. And then I think I branched out into tag titles. I think or something like that. But yeah, I started out I think with like 3 I think I started out with like 3 titles. And then maybe I had like, I don't know, I think 5. Because I had the SAW, I had the world title, extreme title. That was for like our kind of like, that was like my ECW kind of title where you had to defend it in like an Extreme Rules match. That was a stipulation. You had to defend it in an Extreme Rules match. So I think Kevin Owens was my first champion. And I think Solo Sikoa. Solo Sikoa is also SAW Extreme Champion as well, and he had quite a hold on that championship title. I can't remember where the hell he dropped it to. It's been a minute, but yeah, we had us a good run. So anyway, yeah, I dropped the link for Chaos Wrestling Club that makes the championships that we're just taking a look at. But it also looks like Ringside has a sale going on right now. So we're going to swing over there and we're going to take a look at the sale that they have as The Rock aggressively stares at me with his crack eyes. So let's see what we got. Undertaker and Kane seem to be in the sale. Top picks: Gunther, $14.99. Hollywood Hogan. Let me move this back a little bit. Yokozuna, Diesel's still in here. So they have a lot of Ringside exclusives, it seems like, on sale. That Danielson is going to be there for a minute. I am going to grab this next week. This 15-piece accessory set. Because you get the light tubes, you get a pizza cutter, trash can lid, 2x4 wrapped in barbed wire that's on fire, Barbie, Janice, which is the 2x4 with the nails in it. If you watched TNA, that was Abyss. That was the Abyss choice of weapons. I'm trying to figure out what the hell that is. I don't know what that is. The hell is... Oh, are those handcuffs? And the handcuffs are there. What is that? A jar. It's a jar. So you get a jar, you get an urn, a shovel, a strand of barbed wire, tombstone, a bed of thumbtacks, and the barbed wire board. The reason why I want these is because I need a couple of weapons to zip tie to the fences for the dio that I showed earlier when we started the stream. And I'm looking on eBay and stuff like that for weapons. Like I want to put a fire extinguisher. I want to zip tie a fire extinguisher to the fence because I had that on the original dio. So yeah, there's a couple of different things I think I could use in this. It comes in like the most generic box ever, which I think is really funny. But I mean, for $7.99, it's not too bad. Don't tell Woody though, because Woody might come in and buy them all up, and then I'm not gonna have anything to use. But I also need to hit up Woody and see if he has any extra stuff from this that he's not going to use, because I'm going to use it for the diorama that I'm working on. So I'm going to have to send him a message, or if he does a replay squad, he'll let me know. They got Black Machismo. I do still want this Jay Lethal. I know it sounds really stupid, like you'd probably be like, Alpha, why the fuck would you want this figure? Listen, when I was watching TNA, Jay Lethal was doing the Black Machismo gimmick during when I was watching TNA, so I gotta cop Black Machismo at least for the TNA shelf. I'll give him the fucking X Division title. I'll give Jay White the X Division title, and it'll be fucking perfect. So I gotta cop the Black Machismo. Jay Lethal. I do still need this that T-Pack, but I'm gonna wait till Black Friday at the end of the year, or the New Year sale, because that thing went real cheap. Real cheap. Let's see. I do still need the Sandman. I need both versions of Sandman. This one, and I think the Chase is on the same. Oh shit, maybe it's on another page. But the Chase has the red, white, and blue pants. This one just has the black and white pants, but I want both versions. The Solo Sokoa, I'm gonna see that Ultimate. I'm gonna see if I can look up some reviews. Ultimate Edition, see if it's worth the $32. If not, I might go and grab that Top Picks one. I do have the Sammy Guevara. I was actually using him to kind of do some measurements on the dio, just to make sure everything looked right. And there's our 2025 Royal Rumble, baby. Yeah. Batista's not bad. I think if the heads didn't look so wonky to me, I probably would get the LA Knight. And you need to swerve. If this Pete Dunne didn't have the shit on his tights, like if he didn't have these stupid ass brawling brutes, things on his tights, and this was just like all white attire, or it was just like this color of attire. It didn't have the Brawling Brute shit on there. I probably would buy it because this is an updated Pete Dunne, and I like Pete Dunne. I've liked Pete Dunne since NXT UK. So I still need this for Strickland, but I'm gonna probably swap the lower legs out for something else because I've seen someone swap out those legs with, I think it was Santana, or no, I think it was Ortiz. They swapped out the Unmatched Series 2 Ortiz legs and put it on there with the camo pants, and it actually looks pretty legit. Let's see. I think I showed my fix-up I did with that Malachi Black. If not, I'll have to show. Yeah, see, this is it right here. Yeah, see the Sandman with the fucking red, white, and blue pants, baby. All right, sir. We will see you later. If you want me to jump on open mic night, you let me know. I think the only thing I had to open, I already opened. Jake Gonzo, let me get you your Rebecca real quick.
What's up, June?
What we buying? Nothing tonight. I had to hold out till till Tuesday. And even then I gotta watch how I spend, because I have a job interview on Tuesday for another job, for a warehouse job. I think like 18 minutes from me. And I applied yesterday, and they already reached back to me for an interview. So we're gonna see how that goes. So hopefully I impress them, because the hours are good, pretty much the same, pretty much almost close to the same schedule. I work 5 days a week. I'm guaranteed Saturday and Sunday off, so it'd be like the first time in 4 years, almost 4 years, that I would have the weekends off. And then I think I would get off work at like 7 o'clock, which is not bad at all. And I think the pay is like $25 an hour, which is like $10 more than what I make now. And I've been at my job for almost like 4 years, and I haven't gotten like a pay increase at all. So, and it's also gotten to the point where I'm just like, you know what? Like, the signs are there. I need to get the fuck out of here. I need to find a new job. Because I can't be dealing with this shit anymore. The 4-packs. Let's see. Let us see. Where was that? I think that was on the previous page. Oh, these are these little retro card things. Little Hasbros for the rings. They're just like the old school WWF Hasbros. But they're just kind of like modernized, and it's a version of It's a DX version, so you got Road Dogg looking like a fucking palm tree. He actually has the stance of a palm tree, which is funny. You have Billy Gunn, you have Triple H, you have China. So I think that was the only 4-pack, or was there another one? Oh no, yes, oh no, that's a different. But yeah, they have those in like 2-packs and 4-packs and stuff. I think Mattel has one where it's I think it's Sensational Sherry, Miss Elizabeth, Macho Man, and someone else, I think, but not for me though. I don't do those little retro figures. I do want that Sandman chase though. I love them red, white, and blue pants. I think if they were still in style, I would I'd rock those I'd rock them pants on. Yeah, see, even then, like, I like this gear because this is kind of close to the color that he wore, but I'm just gonna wait until they do an updated Pete Dunne where he doesn't have that stupid ass shit on his gear, because I like the Bruiserweight Pete Dunne. Like I said, I've been a fan of him since NXT UK. Let's see. Oh shit! Wait, do they have that Mankind? So I can let Tony know, since he accidentally broke his Mankind. Let's see. No, I think all they have is just. Damn, I think all they have is just Cactus Jack and Dude Love. Sadly. Let's see. Oh, dude, I remember when this was showing up at Ross for like $7.99. I never saw it though, but I don't know what the hell I would have did with it. I don't know if there was a way to like repurpose this into a different dio. I like this Bray Wyatt because it comes with the chair. I like the rocking chair. I like that he comes with this rocking chair. It's like snakeskin boots. But I have this Thunder. I might actually review that Thunder Rosa. Telling you, get ready, because once I finish that diorama, dude, there's gonna be a lot of wrestling reviews that are gonna come out. So if you like wrestling, get ready for them reviews. Let's see. I do need this Mox with the hoodie. I have this coming from eBay. I got this like $2 cheaper than this, and it was shipped for free. So the only thing is, it didn't come in the box, but I was gonna open it anyway. So this box would have went right in the trash, but it has all the stuff, so that's all that matters. I kind of like this. It's Big Papa Pump. Holler if you hear me. If you're in need for a good laugh, go on YouTube and look up the Deadlock podcast and look up their review of their WCW review of Scott Steiner when he cut the Ric Flair promo. Now I know Buddy Rogers is dead. God rest his soul. they got these big rubber guys. These are the major wrestling figure podcast. The ones that they saw. That's cool. Mikey Whipwreck has a figure. That's fucking awesome. Should do like a Balls Mahoney figure. That'd be fucking awesome. Yeah, they have the pack of chairs. I have a whole bunch of these chairs. I have a couple of the sets. Where is it? I have a couple of these that have the ladders and the tables from this. Because I was gonna do an actual like fig fed, but then I was like, oh, this is gonna take up too much. This is gonna take up too much room. It's just gonna take up too much time. So just use this shit for pictures. Let's see. I do want this. I want a new Tommaso Ciampa, and I kind of like the gear. I kind of like his gear. Just because of the colors. Like the colors from this gear really pop. But I kind of want the Elite 69 Tommaso Ciampa because I used to have that one when he was still a heel in NXT, and he had the crutch, and he had the crutch and the brace, and he had the camo pants. I still need this Eddie Guerrero too. It's a great Eddie figure. Yeah, I found this Owen Hart for like half of this price, and I'm gonna buy it next week because I need an Owen Hart. But you can actually, if you look, you can find this Owen Hart for like way cheaper than that on the secondary. Just a little heads up. Oh shit, they have a Scott Steiner figure. Fuck yeah, dude. Big pop-up pump. Holler if you hear me. Oh fuck, I gotta get that Scott Steiner, dude. I gotta get that Scott Steiner. I owe it to myself to get that Scott Steiner. You can get a gobbledygooker for $15. Oh, dude, I do need the dub. Do they have the Dudleys? They still have the fucking Dudleys? Oh, motherfucker, they only have Devon. Fuck, if they had both of them. If they had Bubba and they had Devon, I would have been like, dude. Absolutely, I'll cop those Dudleys. They don't have a... Oh, they got Tony D. Oh, hey, oh. Let's see. Oh, Nico's not even here. Nico would have went crazy for when you run into a bad figure. You should review it. You should review it like you're cutting a promo on it. Oh, Kaiju. You know, there was a time, if you go back on my channel, it sounds like I'm cutting a promo. It was when Target had the Legend series Undertaker, and he had the purple gloves, he had the purple tie, and he had the mask from when fucking Yokozuna broke his nose, and he had to wear the mask. I had ordered, or when that went up, it immediately sold out like this on Target. And I set the notification, and I got the notification. I went back on there, it was already gone. And so I had put up a video venting my frustration at how ridiculous this is. Luckily, it's been fixed because when this recent wave of Legends figures went up, I was able to get that current angle no problem. So it's yeah, man, it's ridiculous. We used to have to go through that shit, and then I went into Target, into just a Target randomly on one of my days off, and it was right there on the fucking shelf, and I was like, dude. I was like, what the fuck, man? But where's Nico? Nico isn't even here. Nico Tronis isn't even here. I got his woman, Timeless Tony Storm, on the on the fucking screen, and he's not even here to witness it. Oh damn it! I thought this was the one that had the fucking. He comes with like a little bottle of Prime, and I just want the little bottle of Prime from it, but I don't want to buy a fucking. I don't want to buy one of his figures. But I want that little Prime bottle because I think it's a funny little prop. I do need a good Drew McIntyre figure too. That Bryan Danielson, if they still have this, I might buy it because he has they switched his torso for like a way smaller torso. And I think they fixed something else on this figure, but I don't have a Daniel Bryan or a Bryan Danielson in my collection, so I'll buy that one. And then once this goes this shit needs to go way cheaper than this for me to even consider buying that. There ain't no way in hell I'm paying fucking $30 for an Elite. Just like a basic Elite figure in a fancy box. There ain't no way, son. Ain't no way. Let me see though, because sadly I have to wait until later in the month to get my boy Willy Banana for Philly Osprey as a figure. Real shame, because I've been a Will Ospreay fan since he was in New Japan, and I didn't pre-order this shit when it first came out, so now I have to wait for that. But they have all the other ones. They have Nico's. They have Nico's Sky Blue, which I think he is in the process of ordering. So it's good. I also need this Jay White too. I need to fix his fucking beard, because I don't like the way that they. I don't like. Get this shit off my. That's not even the same figure. You saw that they were trying to get me to buy an MJF figure. His beard looks very strange. Like it has, like it's square right there, and there's no shape to it. So I'm wondering if I sand it down and like kind of shape the beard, it'll look a little bit better. I don't know. That might be something to experiment with, but yeah, I do need a Jay White because I got to witness that live. Well, not live because I wasn't there, but I did get to witness him hit the Blade Runner on Kenny Omega when he was when we went from the cleaner era to the Switchblade era, which is also a fun era of Bullet Club. I need this Darby for the collection. This is a very solid wave. Like, I can't really think of anyone in here that was a fucking sleeper. The Sting from that wave was really good. That sold out. Yeah, that Sting is sold the fuck out. It's gone. He sold out. But the Will Ospreay is good. I just got to get him a coat. Or like the coat. The Jay White I need for my Bullet Club. The Darby's real good. The Brian Danielson, they switched to a smaller torso for him. That actually makes sense. So Jazzers is now making like actual good decisions with their figures. And then the Sting looked really good too. The Sky Blue also looks good, but Nico is more of a Sky Blue fan than I am. So know about that, but oh damn, they got rid of that fucking Jay White in the damage packaging. Oh fuck it. It's only like what? Like $2 more. Like $2-3 more. It's fine. What? This is like $2 more. It's fine. It's fine because I'm not gonna see these in the store. Our distribution on these has been like absolute dog shit down here, so I doubt I'm gonna see those. The other one I was looking at is this. Where is it? Look at it. Only $15, dude, and they have fucking Danhausen for $15. Now listen, all right, I'm letting all of you know, but please don't buy out all the Danhausens. Please leave Offa at least one Danhausen if you're gonna get him. At least leave one Danhausen because I do want this Danhausen. All right, he has the teeth in the jar. He has these really nicely done head sculpts. He has the cool cape, and he has the hands. And I don't give a shit that this is 1 of 5,000. I'm opening that. Okay, he will be opened. He will be put on my horror shelf. He'll be put back there with all of his horror brothers and sisters, and he will stand proudly with them. So that Danhausen is an instant fucking cop. All right. If they had the Briscoes on here, I'd get those too, but I want that Danhausen though. But I think that I do need to get my order in for that, but it shows late May, so I'm not even gonna really fuck with that until what's it called? Oh yeah. These also went up for pre-order too. Elite 117 went up for pre-order. I want this Seth Rollins because it has the back tape, like the athletic tape. I want this Rhea Ripley. The head scan looks good, but listen. If the head scan turns out like dog shit on that Rhea Ripley, I have this beautiful head sculpt from the basic. So I'll pop that head on that body and we'll have no issues. I have a backup plan in case the head looks like dog shit, which it looks okay. It looks fine. So you know what? Maybe I'll buy two and I will put that extra head sculpt on one of them, and I'll keep this one as is. So we'll see. We'll see, but that won't be until April. So I think, yeah, it's just those two. This Roman Reigns I don't really need. Although I'm kind of interested in the Axiom, though. In the pink gear. Not for that fucking price, though, but if I see it in the store and it's the Chase with the pink gear, I might buy it because I'm biased towards the color pink. So, oh yeah, and I want this Damian Priest. I want that Great Muta and that Damian Priest. I think I have the Damian Priest already pre-ordered on Big Bad Toy Store. So we're already good there. We're already good. So yeah, there's a couple of things that caught my attention on Ringside in terms of wrestling stuff. Here's so mean. Saturday Night Slam Masters. What in the hell is that? I need to look this up now. What is that? Saturday Night Slam Masters. What the hell is that? Oh. Huh. That's pretty cool. Oh, it was a Capcom game? Listen, it could happen. It could very well happen. Oh, this one up for fucking pre-order? Get the fuck out of here. I need those. When is the... Oh, August. Yeah, I may have to get this. I may have to pre-order this. I may have to send this to Woody. I may have to send this to Woody because he also likes this movie, Thanksgiving. I'm gonna have to tell him that this is on pre-order so he can get it for his collection. Because I missed out on the first John Carver, sadly. No, it's not this one. This is the closed one that has the weird proportions. But, you know, I actually don't mind that because, fuck it, I'll get this one. It has the... It has the carver, the electric carver, and it has the little fucking cooking... the little cooking timer. It has the fucking cell phone with the tripod. And then he has the knife. Oh my god, he does come with the fucking phone. the knife. The cork. when he turns his fucking head and he pops like a piece of his skull out and blood starts pouring it starts pouring out of him, and he pours himself a fucking glass of... He takes like a wine glass and he fills it with it. He has the pitchfork, the axe. This is fucking awesome, dude. I love that he has a little microphone too, the blood spotter. Dude, this fucking thing kicks ass. I need this. I need that. Yeah, I'm gonna have to pre-order that after this. Super 7 shit. Let's see. Let's see what they got for wrestling figures before I start wrapping this up. I'm gonna pass on the AJ Styles. I did pre-order the Seth Rollins. I passed on that Roman Reigns. I think they had... Let's see. Oh shit, he went back up for pre-order too. I have to do it. I want this Macho Man gear. I need the Punk with the Macho Man gear. I have this Elite 116 Kevin Owens on pre-order because he has the ECW inspired gear. Damn, they had some good fucking wrestling figures on here. Oh, they had Nash Carter for $960. Holy shit, I could have what were they called? They were the Rascals. MSK. Could have MSK for my NXT shelf. And just get them the fucking tag titles. Damn, they had some good shit on there. Interesting. They had some pretty good shit on there. Alright, well, as we're getting ready to wrap up the stream, let me go back here and what's it called? Show a couple of more little kind of things to show you like how far I've come from when I started my YouTube channel to now. So earlier I showed my first logo I did for my YouTube for this channel. And I did this when I think I did this my junior or my senior year in high school. That's how long I've been doing this YouTube channel for. So this was my first logo. I hand drew it. Like I said, hand drew it, traced it with a Sharpie, blacked out the background with a Sharpie, and then I went through and painted it. So add a new logo, and that's still my logo right now until I change it. This was my Christmas version. This is my holiday version of that logo, which I hand drew all of this. Traced it with a Sharpie and then painted it. I think that was like one of the first times I ever drew Harley Quinn. And I mean, obviously some proportions are off. I mean, I was in high school. You gotta at least give me some credit on this. So, you know, this turned out pretty good, I think. So that was also my logo for a little bit. Let's see. Oh yeah. Yeah, this is like a better picture of that Dio that I built. Again, I built this out of the cheap foam board that you get at a Dollar Tree, at the dollar store for like school projects. But I mean, this is what I had to work with at the time. So, and if you're wondering what this is at the bottom, I had like a pretty shitty phone at the time, and I had gotten lens cleaner on the lens, and it stained it. So that's why all these pictures have this. This isn't part of the Dio here. This is just how it was at the time. So I think Oh yeah, someone was oh yeah, this was like one of the first. See, when I was talking about SAW, this was one of the first titles I made. If you're wondering what I used as the base for this, it was an old Chuck E. Cheese token. I took an old Chuck E. Cheese token and I painted it. I painted the inner part black and I painted the outer part white, so it had like that weight, like a weight of a championship. And then I just covered it with this logo here. And I can't remember what title this was. I think was this the Psychosis Championship? I can't remember. But this is so long ago. Oh yeah, look. This is, yeah, see, you could see that this Marceline, I drew this and painted it by hand. And then I made this flat screen television and I made that Raw as War by hand too. So, you know, I've been doing this shit a long time. I think longer than most people think. That I've been doing the whole Dio thing and doing all this stuff. And then since Kaiju was talking about a women's championship, this was the women's championship that I had for my promotion. This was the SAW Women's Championship. So it looked just like this, and someone sculpted this for me and sent it to me. So let me see though if I have like more, or what's it called? Yeah, let's see. This is when I had gotten a better camera. So you'd see a little bit more clearer images. Let me see if I yeah, see. This was Pete Dunne's first Elite. I think, what title was that? I still can't remember what fucking title this was. But yeah, you could see like all this stuff I hand painted. It wasn't the best, but I mean, if you go back and watch some of my original videos I have on this channel, I was using that Dio. And then I switched to the second Dio that I made. And then this was a custom AJ Styles I did. I didn't know about like Citadel paint and all that stuff at the time, but I made like that little bandana and stuff. It was cool. I mean, I got the job done. I think I'm probably like boring people to fucking death going down memory lane here. Oh shit, is this guy still making? Oh no, he hasn't. Is he still making stuff? No, he hasn't posted since. Damn, he hasn't posted since 2023. Damn, that's a shame. Let's see. Now I gotta go back because I went back and I was I had found something. Oh, yeah, see this. This is the Tommaso Ciampa I need to track down. This one, the Elite 69. Because he had the camo pants, he had the brace, the crutch. He has single jointed arms, but I don't really care about that much. Let me see if I can find more. And then we go from that into, like I said earlier, the gentleman that built this style for me, he was in the chat like way earlier in the stream. But this is what I'm currently trying to make a revamped version of, with a few changes. So, you know, and then obviously, like, if I go up, like, here's a custom Jeff I did, but I'm just currently trying to like, this was the extreme sets. I can't remember. That was this 2020. Oh god, I can't remember how long I had this, but the thing with the extreme sets, not necessarily the best quality dios, I would say. I mean, they're good for pictures, but like if you're gonna be doing reviews and shit with these, not really the best. These are more of like you pull them out, you take a picture, and you put them right back in the box, because they're made out of cardboard, so they don't hold up that well. I had to throw this whole fucking dio away because pieces just kept falling apart and stuff, and it wasn't great. Like, see, here's older pictures of that dio. So, like this Becky Lynch picture, this Undertaker picture. I used cotton balls for the smoke. It's an old trick. So the dio that you're looking at, the gentleman that built this for me, he was in the chat earlier, like way earlier, so you might have to play replay squad on it. But so this is what it originally looked like. Unfortunately, this was attached with Velcro, so you would attach and detach it, and it had Velcro on each side to hold it. So eventually, over time, that just kind of wouldn't stay together anymore, and then over time, the dio just kind of fell apart because it's foam and it happens. And this started to get kind of bent and stuff like that because it's a thinner foam. Like I mentioned earlier, I was supposed to go to a meet and greet for Jeff Hardy because the Hardy Boys were doing a signing here, and unfortunately, I had put in the trust of two individuals One was an eBay seller, one was someone in one of the Facebook groups, and unfortunately, I got scammed out of both. Luckily, I got my money back for both, so I didn't lose my money on it. Unfortunately, I didn't have anything to bring to get signed, so I didn't go to the signing. So instead of going to the signing, I had went to Home Depot that day and bought 2 pieces of foam board and started working on this. So this is what it looked like. It had taken me, I had started, I think, at 2 o'clock, like 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon, Sunday. I didn't finish the bricks for this until 1 o'clock in the morning, that Monday. So I'd spent almost the entire day tracing each individual brick and carving each row of bricks into this wall, and cutting out the busted out brick for this, right? So this is what it looked like Monday morning. Again, these are older pictures of what that dial looked like. This was the fence. I'd zip tied some weapons to this, like a sledgehammer, fire extinguisher, this like skeleton leg, because it is SAW. It is the Skull Asylum. That is my that was my Fed name. And this is what it looked like. This was the wall. I had put curtains behind here and splattered blood on there. And I had some little skulls and stuff like that laying on the ground. So this was this is what it looked like. I don't even know if I have this Randy Orton Elite anymore, but this is what it used to look like. So then I think Tuesday came around, I had cut pieces for the cement slabs, or I guess cement walls, and then I had put magnets in them, so then you can, just like the first die I built, you can pull the pieces apart and quickly assemble, quickly disassemble, and store the dial when you're done. So this is what it looked like. I had the Supreme Kenny Omega here to kind of show you what it was gonna look like. And then, so at the moment right now, as of last night, this is what it looks like. So I have both concrete slabs done for the walkway. The remaining pieces from this busted out brick wall, those got repurposed into these little small chunks of brick wall that the fence posts are sitting in. And I used wooden dowel sticks for those to make the posts and to make the supports that go across. The actual fence parts are made out of automobile steel mesh that you use to fill in your grill, your front end of your automobiles. That's what it's made out of, and I cut a few things, hit it with silver because it was glossy black, so I hit it with silver, hit it with a little bit of rust, and then I started doing the kind of cuffs for the fence posts, and that's 16 gauge copper wire. And I wrapped it around, measured it, cut it, hot glued it to the back so it would hold the fence a little bit better. And I just bought zip ties last night, so I'm going to start zip tying weapons to the fence like on the original. But this is what it looks like right now. Tomorrow I'll have the I'll actually have the wall painted, the brick wall painted. But here's to show you like more of that concrete detail in the floor. Has the concrete detail, the slabs here to have that detail on them, so you can see all that detail. With these, the bricks have the details too, and that barrel from the original one, I'm going back and I'm repainting that, adding rust to it and stuff. So, but like, here's a good picture that I got of it. So obviously these are gonna have to get hit with maybe like a slate black wash to kind of, like a slate dry brush of black on here to kind of dirty that up a little bit more. Bricks are gonna have to get a little bit of a dry brush to dirty those up. So that's what I've been working on, Jay Gonza, since you asked. I'm kind of sitting here getting all into it, but I mean, yeah, I mean, I've definitely come a long way in terms of dio building. I think I showed my first dio at the very beginning of this this live stream, but I'll go ahead and I'll show it to you before I call it on this stream here. So this was like the first part of that dio. This was like the first things I painted. I painted that Raw as War on the TV. I mean, I was a kid that was just fresh out of high school. So yeah, I mean, even then I used to paint like these little miniatures too. And the camera's shitty. This was the camera I had. I had like a shitty phone that I bought off of a coworker. So this was the type of quality that we were working with at the time. But yeah, I mean, all this I hand painted, so I'm used to doing stuff like this. You'd be surprised they could have hand painted like. Honestly, I probably could have hand painted fucking what's it called? Those little Warhammer miniatures and shit. So, let me see if I have another. Oh yeah, here we go. Here's another one too. My first tile. Like I said, I didn't know where to get one tall scale furniture, so I built it. there was like a little small, like 2-piece shelf. These were like little miniature. These were like little Jaded Toys miniature figurines. Little Hot Wheel car, little Lego figure, and then these arcade machines I made out of foam too, because I didn't know where to get the stuff. So, but anyway, I'm not gonna bore you guys anymore because it's oh my god, I forgot Impact used to show their old TNA shows on Twitch. That's how I got back into. That's how what's it called? Oh yeah, and that's when I made this was like when I was dabbling into custom wrestling figures too, and I made an Allie and Rosemary, and I think someone actually bought those off me, which is crazy. It's crazy that someone bought those off me. I can't remember how much I fucking sold those for. Anyway. Let me turn this music off. It's probably gonna drive me mad. Anyway, people, this is the end. You've been absolutely wonderful. I appreciate you sticking with me for 3 hours, 26 minutes, and however many seconds we have right now. We kind of went off the rails a little bit and didn't quite hit our topic in the title until probably about halfway through the stream. Which I apologize for. But yeah, I mean, that is the project I'm working on right now. And like I said early in the stream, I think I'm going to do probably one more entrance stage. And if it turns out the way that I'm brainstorming it in my ADHD ass head, then I might genuinely start making these and putting them up for sale. So if you collect wrestling figures and it's something that you're interested in, let me know. I think it'd be kind of fun to own another person's piece of art. I think it's fun to own other people's art, or a piece of other people's art that they've made. I mean, I have it all over my room. You can see it. But yeah, it's interesting that we went back and also looked at the progression that I made, and clearly I've come a long way from what we started out as. I mean, we went from this to this. So we've come a long way. I've come a long way. I think I've been at this for, oh fuck, let me fix that. I think I've been at this for like, I don't know, I think 6 years, I think. And you know, there's been highs and lows, ups and downs, life. And the fact that you guys continue to support me is awesome. And I will be doing videos again. I have a whole intro that I finished and put transitions in and all that stuff, so we're already good to go. The music shouldn't give us any issues. So yeah, we're gonna jump back into this. But yeah, I appreciate you all joining me tonight. I'm not sure when the next live stream will be. We'll see. Because like I said, wish me luck next week. because if I get this job, then we might have to move streaming to Saturdays, which might clash with people, but we'll see. But anyway, appreciate you all stopping by, sticking with me and my bullshit. Abby, thank you for giving me a good deal on this guy. This will be getting reviewed, and I will dedicate the review to you. And I can't wait for you guys to see that Dio once it's all done, because I'm going to do a video on it and talk about it, because I'm quite proud of it. But anyway, yeah. Thank you, Jay Gonzo. I appreciate it. Yes, sir. So yeah, again, thank you all for watching. If you were hashtag replay squad, I appreciate you too. And stay tuned for the content on the channel.